we're emotional creatures. Sure are emotions that we want to repress, and there are emotions that we want out there in the open. Laughter, we want that out in the open. Unless you got a weird laugh that you want to hide it. I mean, I guess that happens. Anger, sometimes you want to just, release anger and just let it out there. Sometimes sadness, you want to repress it. Anxiety, you want to repress it. There are certain emotions and feelings that we don't want out there in the open because they're embarrassing. We fear that they're going to humiliate us. We fear, like, what are other people going to look at us and think? Are they going to see weakness in us? They're going to think that we're not strong enough to face whatever's coming. But we're emotional beings. I mean, God made us to be emotional. He himself has emotions, and he is perfect in his emotion expression. But to say that we're created in his image says that his personality, his personal expressions affect us. It's a part of us. It's innate. And so, when's the last time you had a good, ugly cry? I mean, when's the last time you laughed so hysterically you nearly peed your pants? I mean, I know that's uncomfortable, but like, when is the last time you experienced something and you just allowed your emotions to just come out, not in an inappropriate way or in an inappropriate setting, so to speak? I mean, sometimes you got to dismiss yourself from a class, or you got to walk out of a meeting or something like that because you've been overcome with something. But like, when is the last time you just allowed your emotions to be raw? Most profound verses in the Bible to me is when it tells us that Jesus wept. He was overwhelmed with the death of a friend and Lazarus, and he knew that he knew that he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead. He knew that there was going to be an incredible experience, that Lazarus wasn't indeed dead. Well, I mean, he was dead, but Jesus was going to change that. But he was overcome by the emotions that those around him were experiencing and the pain and suffering that those around him were having. And it caused him to weep personally. It caused him to be affected personally, emotionally, that he cried. He cried. We've got to be real. We've got to be sincere. We've got to be honest. Like, other people become strong in our vulnerability. We ourselves become strong in our vulnerability. I mean, like, when's the last time you had experience that made you break down and be okay with that? Cry. It's about time. Some of us, we need a good laugh. It's about that time. Some of us need the appropriate expression of anger. It's about time. Like, what kind of emotional experiences are you repressing? We know that the more vulnerable of ones, the more scary of ones, the ones that we feel are going to cause us to be the focal point of negativity and embarrassment and being humiliated by others, are the ones that we hide most. But it's time, guys. I want to encourage you to find hope and strength in Jesus, to find laughter and joy in Jesus, to find peace and security in sadness, to find what you need in Christ, because he's going to carry you through. He's going to help you. He's going to strengthen you by his mercy and his grace and his love. Today, let it out, guys. Let it out today. Release it, express it, feel it. Find some real freedom today. I love you guys. I love you guys. Stop repressing and start expressing. Stop repressing and start expressing. Again, stop repressing and start expressing. I love you guys. I love you guys. I want the best for you. Let Jesus comfort you today. Man, go get it. Talk soon.